Have a good day. My name is Ransel Cabalin Katibog from Bachelor of Science in Computer Science, 4th year, and DFL CMCFI. And I am here presenting about the life of Apollinario Mabini. Today, we embark on a journey to unravel the remarkable life and enduring legacy of Apollinario Mabini, a key figure in the Philippine Revolution and a visionary political thinker. Mabini's life was marked by a steadfast dedication to the cause of Philippine independence, coupled with his profound intellectual contributions that continue to shape our understanding in our nationhood. Based on the gathered information that I have, Apollinario Mabini was born on the 23rd day of July, year 1864, in the Barrio Talaga, in Tanawan, Batangas. He is also called as the utak ng himagsikan nung panahon ng revolusyon. It is also the time of the KKK. Apollinario Mabini's mother's name was Junicia Maranan I. Magpantay, and his father's name is Inocencio Leon Mabini I. Lira. He was also the second of the 8 children that his parents had. So we will proceed now to the education of Apollinario Mabini. So year 1881, Mabini received a scholarship to go the Colegio de San Juan de Letras in Manila. The anecdote about his stay there says that professor there decided to pick on him because his shabby clothing clearly showed that he is poor. So, naawa si professor, and then sa tingin niya naman na may kakayanan itong si Mabini, and then ginawa niya ito at pinigyan ng scholarship si Apollinario Mabini in the Colegio de San Juan de Letran in Manila. Mabini amazed the professor by answering a series of very difficult questions with ease. His students at Letran were periodically interrupted by a chronic lack of funds, and he earned the money for his board and lodging by teaching children. So, nakaka-amaze itong si Mabini because he earned money for his board and lodging by teaching children. So, mas na-amaze pa itong professor niya because Mabini was answering a series of very difficult questions na hindi basta-basta sasagot ng isang ordinaryong estudyante lamang. Apollinario Mabini also study law. So, ito ay nakakatawa, di ba? Mabini's mother had wanted him to enter the priesthood, but kasi nga merong potential at meron ding he is also dedicated to para iahon yung pamilya niya sa hirap. So he decided to study law instead. So a year after after receiving his bachelor in arts with highest honors and the title professor of Latin from Letran, he moved on the University of Santo Tomas, where he also received his degree in law in year 1894. So, nakaka-amaze talaga itong si Apollinario Mabini because gusto ng nanay niya in priesthood, but sabi niya parang hindi okay ito, pero parang hindi ito yung makakapagpaahon sa kanila sa hirap. Hindi ito yung magiging daan para makuha niya yung goal niya to para maihahon yung pamilya niya sa furnace. So, 1894 where he received his bachelor degree in law. But year 1895, ito yung nakaka-sad na part because Mabini was struck by polio, and this disease gradually incapacitated him until January 1896 when he finally lost the use of both of his legs. So, naparalisa na yung kanyang mga hita noon. Yun nga yung nagkaroon na siya ng polio. Sumunod naman ng mga taon, nagkaroon ng revolution. Apollinario Mabini was also known as the brains of the revolution because of his role as advisor during the formation of the revolutionary government and his contributions as statesman. Thereafter, Mabini is often referred to as the brain of the revolution. So, nung panahon ng revolution, dahil sa kanyang mga contribution, ambag, at mga nagawa as statesman. So, Apollinario Mabini was being called as the brain of the revolution, which also a historical moniker sometimes shares with Emilio Jacinto, who served also in a similar capacity for the earlier revolutionary movement, which is the Katipunan. So, after being called as the brain of the revolution, sublime paralytic. Mabini is also famous for having achieved more bansag, more pagkilala, more awards because of his contributions despite having loss of the use of his legs to polio, just also prior to the Philippine revolutions. This has made Mabini one of the Philippines' most visually iconic national heroes, such that he is referred to as the sublime paralytic, which is in Tagalog, the dakilang lumpo. So, because of his contributions, nakilala pa si Apollinario Mabini, because despite nga na naging lumpo siya, so hindi naging hadlang para hindi niya mapangunahan ang revolutionary government. This is the end of my presentation about the life of Apollinario Mabini. Maraming lessons and maraming learnings, katulad na lang ng kahit na meron tayong kapansanan o kahit na meron sa ating kakulangan, hindi ito hadlang para mapangunahan natin or magawa natin yung isang bagay na gusto natin. Need lang natin ng talino, pag-iisip, pagkakaroon ng tamang desisyon, sipag at tiyaga pa rin. So, yun lang po. My name is Rancel Cabadin Katibog again. presented the life and works of Apolinario Mabini. So, thank you.